starting at standing. If you want to come on up, Ori. We'll start by twisting side to side. Beautiful, then reach the arms, nice long lines. Start to walk the arms up overhead. Really reach from the fingertips to the heels. Let's bring it back down to shoulder height. Beautiful, take the arms and the feet nice and wide, opposite hand to opposite ankle. We'll start to draw the belly in as we rise up, squeeze the glutes at the top. So just starting to build that pathway, that movement sequence. Can you take it a little deeper? We'll do one more to each side. Beautiful, bring your hands to center, deep squat, big reach overhead. Drive through the heels, squeeze the legs and the bum at the top. Two more like this. Last one. Take it down, we'll double tap the floor. Little bounce in the hips, big push to the top. Three more. Two. Last one. Let's take it around, nice big arm circles. Take it back the other way. Nice big range of motion. Beautiful, bend into the elbows, deepen your spinal twist, lift your heels. Use the arms for momentum. Awesome, two arms to one side, sweep around, big sweeping circle. When you get to the bottom, take it back the other way. Take the fingertips all the way to the floor, start to straighten through your legs. Then heel toe the feet in towards one another. Deep forward fold, tuck the chin towards the chest. Push back through the knees, lift through the tailbone. Interlace your fingers, let's take it up nice and tall. Step 1 foot behind, take hold of the wrist, side bend. Move back through center, other side. Beautiful, take 1 foot out the back, line up your knees. Squeeze the bum to push your hip forward, 1 finger to the sky if you struggle with balance. Draw the knee into the chest, circle the ankle. Excellent, other side, 1 foot out the back. Line up the knees, squeeze the bum, push the hip forward. Throw it into the chest. Circle the ankle. Okay, we're working with the micro bands today. So starting with either a medium or a strong, we're going to be doing a lunge row. So we need something with a little bit of give and a little bit of flex. I've only got one type up here, so I'm just going to have to cop it. Okay, we're going to take the band around the stirrup of the right foot. Let's bring it up to standing and then bring your posture into alignment. So make sure that right shoulder is not sinking down. We'll level out the shoulders, lengthen through the spine. We're going to step back with the left foot, bend to the side of the front knee. Beautiful, drop down into your lunge, outer row, squeeze the shoulder. Beautiful, step it up and in. Take it back, tight through the core. Squeeze the shoulder, step it in. Beautiful, take it back. Squeeze the inner thighs, find that balance. Beautiful. And as you come up through center, again, we're really thinking about that posture. Making sure that right shoulder doesn't drop. Tighten your core for balance. We want to hug the thighs, the inner thighs in towards the midline body. All the weight is in your front foot. Beautiful. Can you draw your lower abdominals in as you step forward? Last one for this side. Amazing. Let's bring it to the top, give the legs a little shake. Beautiful. Now step your left foot out the back. Find the four corners of your front foot. So find even balance across the entire sole of your foot. We're going to level out the shoulders, tighten the core to support our posture, then fold at the hip crease. Bend, shortens, then we squeeze the glute to come back up. Align your posture, push into that resistance. Hinging at the hip, squeeze the glute to straighten out the hip socket. Beautiful. It's almost like warrior 3 with resistance. Little pause at the top, draw the belly in. And we keep our spine nice and long. We're not folding or rounding through the spine or dropping the shoulder. We're keeping everything else exactly the same. Strong posture. Just hinging at that hip joint. 10 seconds left here. Oops. And if you wobble and fall, it's fine. Last one. Beautiful. Bring it to the top and then just give your ankle a little bit of release. Keep the band on that foot. Let's place it back down. Beautiful. Step your left foot back. Square up the hips. Pull the band around the side of your knee. Level the shoulders. Tighten the core. Let's drop down into our lunge. Beautiful. Now keep the band nice and tight. We're going to bounce into the resistance. We're here for an entire minute. So if you need to take a break, you are welcome to. Keep your awareness on your posture. Make sure you don't start leaning into the resistance. We're bracing our core to maintain that posture. Shoulders stay nice and level. Bend into your back knee to lower. Push into your front foot to rise up. Excellent. We're almost there. Is your heart lifted or are your shoulders rolling forward? Let's keep it nice and clean. 15 seconds left. Nice and strong. Ready for 10. Draw the belly button in. 5, 3, 2, 1, and done. Step it in, take it off, give it a shake. All right, repeating the process on the other side. Let's take it around the left foot. Start to bring it up nice and tall. Find your balance in your left foot. Beautiful. Let's step it back into our lunge. Bring it around to the side. Drop it down. Squeeze the shoulder as you row. Step it back in. Take it back. Drop it down. Squeeze. Again, core is hugging in around the spine. We're bracing against the movement, bracing against that resistance. Strengthening our legs, strengthening our shoulders, strengthening our posture. We're over halfway. Find your rhythm, find your beat. Lower abdominals are drawing in. Big squeeze of the shoulder. One more. Excellent. Bring it up to standing again. You can give your ankle a little bit of a wiggle. Then take the foot to the floor. We'll bring our hand around to the front. Level out the posture, long through the spine. Hug the abdominals in, take the right foot out the back. We hinge at the hip. Then we squeeze to stand. Excellent. Little pause at the bottom before you come back up. Now, our grounded leg is nice and straight, but we're not locked out through the knee. So keeping the front knee soft, that leg relatively straight. Just reassess your posture each time you stand back up. Make sure those shoulders are level. Bending forward until you feel that pull in the hamstring, then bring it back up. We've got 10 more seconds. And sometimes our balance is outstanding. Sometimes that in itself is a challenge. One more. Beautiful. All right, let's step it back into our lunge again. Bring it around to the side. And then tuck the pelvis under to engage the core. We're pulling our lower ribs in. Drop it down to the bottom. Set yourself up. Pulse into the resistance. Pull your back hip forward, your front hip back. Shoulders back and down. Core engaged. Beautiful. If you want more resistance, pull it tighter. Excellent. We're coming up to the halfway mark. If you need to take a break, you can. Excellent. Can you take it a little deeper? 20 seconds left. How's your core? Draw the belly button in. Check your posture. We're here for 10. It always hurts more on the second side. 5, 3, 2, 1, and step it in. Let's take it off from around our feet. Get the legs a nice shake out. Beautiful. Now taking your band around your forearms. Bring the feet to hip distance or a little closer if that's how you do your chair pose. So option to bring the big toe knuckles to touch or bring it to hips distance. All right, let's pull our heart through, pull our shoulders back. Amazing. Sit it down into your chair. And rise up. Beautiful. Tuck the tummy in. Let's take it down. And rise. Beautiful. Try and keep the tension on your band nice and consistent through the whole movement. We've got 15 seconds left. Now at the bottom of your chair pose, can you tuck your tail under, engage your core. One more, take it down, and rise back up. Excellent. Okay, taking it around the thighs now. Slip both feet in. And we'll bring our heels to just underneath our hip points. Excellent. Same movement. Let's take it down. We're pushing our knees out against the resistance. So a little different to a traditional chair pose where we'd actually squeeze in, but we're working the hips a little harder. Can you keep your knees nice and steady? Excellent. Keep that pace. We're squeezing our glutes at the top. Draw your lower abdominals in. Tuck the tail at the bottom if you need. Beautiful. Push into the heels as you stand up. Take it down. 15 seconds left. We're here for 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Beautiful. Let's give those shoulders a little shake. Shake the hips out. All right, bringing it down around the ankles. Now, always the option to hold on to the wall with this one if you need. But we're going to bring all of our body weight into our left foot. So grounding out into that left foot, start to raise your right heel out to the side. Now we want to get the outer blade of the foot parallel with the floor. So we're not turning our toes up, we're lifting through that heel. Little pause at the top before you lower. Can you zip up your core? Try and keep the rest of the body nice and still. During your pause, can you squeeze that glute at the top before you take it down? Find your balance. Long through the spine. Shoulders back and down. Excellent. 10 seconds left. Challenge that balance. 3, 2, and 1. Let's take the foot to the floor and shake it out. We're working the same leg in our next round. Now leaning into the left foot again. Can you lift your 5 toes and then plant them down? We'll take our right foot out the back and then lengthen up through your spine. Now what we don't want to do is tilt forward. So keep the body nice and still. Squeeze the back glute to lift the leg. Now you're not going to get very high because we're not going to tilt. And take it down. Squeeze to lift. And lower. Again, if you need to hold on to the wall, please do so. Just make sure we're not tipping into it. So perhaps a slight lean forward just to brace against, but avoiding the tilt. Again, we squeeze that glute until you feel that fire burn, then release. I've done so many sessions today. My balance is terrible. Draw the abdominals in, shoulders back, 10 seconds left. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Let's bring it down. Shake out the legs. Ankle if you need. We've got one more set on this leg before we swap sides. Woo, give it a little slap if it's locking on. All right. Ground your left foot. Lift the toes. Pop them down. We'll bring the foot, the right foot in line with the left. We're going to take it to the side. And lower. If you need to touch down, please feel free to do so. Otherwise, hover on your way past. Take it out the back. To center, to the side. And down, out the back. Excellent. Try to avoid tilting to the side, to the back. Beautiful. Now remember, we squeeze that right glute to create that rear lift. Draw the core in, hug the abdominals around the spine. So strengthening our balance by adding this ankle resistance. Try and keep the outer blade of the foot parallel with the floor. Try not to lift those toes up. One more to each side. Excellent. Now you may feel that in your supporting hip. That is very normal. It's because we're bracing against the resistance. All right, let's do the other side. Bring it to your right foot. Lift the toes. Plant them down. Outer blade of the foot is level with the floor. Tighten the core, let's lift. And lower, little pause at the top. And yes, we can already feel that burn from the last round. Our other hip will catch up. That's it, try to avoid the body tilt. Brace against the resistance. And if you need to, just lift a little lower. Check in with the lower abdominals so they're still engaged. 20 seconds left here. That's it. Keep the shoulders back and down. Posture is everything. Ooh, it burns. We're here for 5, 3, 2, 1, and done. Let's shake it out. Give it a little slap. Excellent. All right, rear lift. Ground into your foot, find the 4 corners. Make sure you're not leaning too much in the ball, too much in the heel. Press your big toe down. Leg out the back, shoulders back and down, core engaged. Squeeze to lift. And release. Lift. And release. Avoid tilting forward. Squeeze the bum to create the lift. Beautiful. Now it's just a little lift because we're not tilting. Remember, our hips only fold in one direction, so we're pushing against that direction. As we fatigue, we all have a habit of folding forward. Remember to support your posture with the core. Hug the abdominals in. Both legs are relatively straight. Squeeze the glute to lift the leg. 3, 2, and 1. Let's shake it out. Other one will probably start locking on now. All right, moving into our combo. One of each. Let's align. I think we're on the floor after that. Yes. All right. Lean into the right foot. Abdominals in, shoulders back. Let's take it to the side. And in. Take it to the back. And inside. Beautiful. Little pause in either direction. Feel that contraction. Squeeze the glute. Avoid tilting. It gets harder to control the more fatigued we get. That's it, 20 seconds left. Ten seconds. Again, we're touching down at center if you need to. Otherwise, feel free to hover. One more in either direction. Excellent, and release. All right, let's take it down onto the floor. Just keep your band around the... Actually, we'll just take it off while we're here. Take it down onto your back, bent knee position. We're doing our deep abdominal hold. We're going to tuck the pelvis under to press the lower back flat to the floor. Bring your awareness to the floor of your pelvis and squeeze your inner thighs. Start to draw up, scoop and hollow your abdominals. Create space between your ribs and your hip points. We're holding here for an entire minute. We're here for 30 more seconds. Can you place the fingertips on the belly and try to pull the belly down away from your fingers? 20 seconds left. Keep trying to create space. We're doing light breaths to the upper and side lungs. Keep holding. Can you drop it down deeper for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the arms up overhead. Nice big inhale. Roll all the way up to seated on your exhale. Take it over onto knees. And bring your band back around your forearms. Beautiful. Now bring your hands next to the hips. Again, we're going to pull our heart forward, our shoulders back. Can you start to squeeze your bum to stay nice and tight? Lift the arms up as you lean back into the shins. Beautiful. And release down. Try and keep the hands the same distance throughout. Excellent. Take it back a little deeper if you can. Little pause and bring it back up. Shoulders back and down. Pull the shoulder blades in towards the spine. Amazing. 20 seconds left. Squeeze the bum so we don't collapse through the hips. Hug the abdominals in. 10 seconds. We're here for 5, 3, 2, 1, and release. All right, we're going to take it around the hands for our next one. So bringing it in between the thumb and forefinger on both hands. We're going to turn our hands out to the sides. Again, bring the hands to the outsides of the hips so we got that tension on the band. Squeeze the bum. Bring the hands up to shoulder height. Shoulders back. Let's lean back. Beautiful. We're going to peel the hands in, then open it back up. Then rise up. Leaning back. Bicep curl. Squeeze it in. Squeeze it out. And rise up. Beautiful. Shoulders back and down. Keep the hands the same distance throughout. 20 seconds left. Thumbs are pointing out to the sides. Big squeeze of the arms. And rise up. 10 seconds left. Leaning back a little deeper. One more. Amazing, and release. Let's sit it down. Keep the band around their hands. Just give the shoulders a little shake out. All right, turn your palms down. Keep it around their hands though. So same position, but we're turning the palms down. Let's bring it back up onto knees. Last set. All right, take it out to the front. Lean back. We're going to drop it down to one side. Then bring it up through center, overhead. Oh, nearly fell over. Bring it down to the other side. Up through center. Beautiful. Taking it from side to side as you lean back. Again, try to keep the hands at the same distance. Thighs are burning. Cast your gaze to follow your band. Nice big reach overhead. Try and keep that distance between the hands. 10 seconds left. We're here for 3. Actually, I'm not going to count it in. We've got one more just to make it even. Beautiful. And release. Let's take it down onto our sit bones and wrap the band around the thighs. Beautiful. Bring your hands behind your hips. You can turn your fingers towards the top of the mat. Or if you can, turn the fingers back towards the hips. Roll the shoulders back, open through the heart. We're going to lift up into tabletop. And lower down. Beautiful. Lifting up. Press into the heels. Squeeze the glutes at the top. We're opening the chest. And we're targeting those glutes. Can you really lift through the heart? Really open through the shoulders. Beautiful. Feet a little further apart, Jolly. Yeah, that's better. Two more like this. Last one. Beautiful. Let's bring it back down towards the floor and just lean the body forward onto the thighs. Wrap the arms around to the front, just open up through the back of the shoulders. We've got one more round like that. Hands behind the hips, fingers facing forward, preferably facing back if you can't. Wrap the shoulders around behind. We're rising up for a double tap. So 1, 2, then lower down. Bring it up. 1, 2, and lower down. Keep the knees pressing out. Keep your gaze on the ceiling once you're up in that tabletop. Beautiful. Open the shoulders, open the chest. 20 seconds left. It's a lot. 10 seconds left. That's it. Beautiful. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Bring it all the way down again. Fold forward. Excellent. Then take it all the way down to the floor. We're going to bring our feet into touch like butterfly pose and then drop the knees out to the sides. Bring your fingertips to the ears. Can you keep your lower back firmly anchored to the floor? We're going to lift up towards the ceiling, then reach through the triangle. Beautiful. Bring the hands back to the ears and lower down. Rise up, reach, center, and down. Keep that outward pressure from the knees. Can you keep your tummy nice and flat as you lift? Now as you lower down, keep the lower back nice and flat. We need to use our abdominals to anchor down. We get that extra lift, that extra elevation as we reach through. We're here for 3, 2, 1, and rest. Allow the knees to knock in towards one another. Rock side to side. All right, draw the knees into the chest. Moving into our 100s variation. Apologies. Arms overhead, take a nice big inhale. We're going to exhale, extend the legs as we lift up onto the pelvis. So can you peel the entire spine off the floor? We're going to pulse the legs out to the sides. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, knees to the chest. Exhale, rise up. We're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. Draw the lower abdominals in. 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. All right, we're here for 7 more seconds. We'll stay for the entire set. 3, 2, 1, and release. Knees into the chest, rock side to side. Beautiful. Now set your knees or your thighs to the outside of your belly. Flex through your feet, press your lower back hard to the floor. We're going to extend the legs as if we're leg pressing or squatting. We're not going to let that lower back lift up. Draw the knees in. Push and squeeze as you extend. Really drive through those heels. Draw it in. Keep the knees nice and wide. Pull the belly down towards the floor. Hold it there through the entire movement. Excellent. Press your hands into the floor for support. Keep drawing the tummy in. Anchor down. "15 seconds left. Hold the spine in place. Really flex through the legs. Really squeeze the heels. One more like this. Beautiful. Draw the knees into the chest, rock side to side. All right, let's take the band off from around the knees now. All right, bringing it back around the forearms. Moving into another set of lean backs. This time we're leaning back with the torso as opposed to on the knees. So flick the flesh out from underneath your sit bones. We're going to sit up nice and tall and then lengthen the spine. Can you lift up through the heart and gaze up towards the sky? Beautiful. Now start to lean back as you hinge on the hips. Now we don't want to roll into the spine. We're leaning back until we feel the core engage. Then sit up as tall as you can at the top. Beautiful. Lean back, shoulders back and down. Keep the spine long and rise up. Excellent. Can you tuck the shoulder blades in as you lean back and pull the arms down? Excellent. So lean back until you feel that core engage. As the core starts to weaken and the back wants to engage by rounding out, perhaps just bringing it down just a little shallower instead so that we can keep it in the core. Slide the shoulders down, slide the shoulder blades in. Excellent. Use the core to lift and leverage the torso back up. And then sit up as tall as you can. We need to use the core to lengthen the spine. 30 seconds left. Posture is everything. Draw the shoulders down. 20 seconds left. You've got this. Oh, my shoulders are on fire. Almost there. 10, 5, 3, 2, and 1. Just bring the soles of the feet to touch and fold forward. Alternatively, fold forward onto the knees, which is shortening our hip flexors. All right, taking your band off to the side now. Let's take it all the way down to the floor. All right, we're going to extend one leg. Take the arms up overhead, big inhale. Then exhale, roll up, reach for your toes, come up as high as you can. Beautiful, lower it back down with control. Inhale, exhale, roll up, reach for the toes. Slow it right down as you unravel. Beautiful, try and keep a nice even tempo as you come up. We've got our left foot on the floor for stability. You can take it a little wider if you need. Beautiful. Now, even if you can't come all the way up, just make that reach for the foot. Last one for this side. Beautiful. Let's lower it back down. Draw the knee into the chest and wobble it side to side. Let's take your right foot to the floor. Extend the left leg. Arms overhead. Nice big inhale. Exhale. Roll up. Take it down. One vertebrae at a time. Abdominals lengthen as you take the arms overhead. We shorten as we bring them back up. Beautiful. Finding your own rhythm, your own beat. Almost there. Just over 20 seconds left. Ten seconds. We've got a bit of momentum from the arms. Last one. Beautiful. Let's take it all the way down. Left knee into the chest. Rock it side to side. All right, take both legs to the sky. This is our second last drill. Our final drill will be a deep abdominal hold. Beautiful. Let's drop our left leg down. We're going to lift our torso, hold on to the right leg. We're here for 2 exhales. Let's take an inhale. Then swap legs. Draw the belly down. Anchor the lower back. Beautiful. Working with the breath. Point through the toes. Keep your legs nice and active. Now can you press your lower back down and lift up a little higher? We're getting a nice hamstring stretch while we're at it. Now try and shorten your abdominals as you lift that leg up, as if we're lifting the weight of the leg with the core. Keep the shoulders back and down. Lift up through the chest and the heart space. We've got 10 seconds left. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Both knees into the chest, rock side to side. All right, we're on to our final minute for this evening's class. Let's extend both legs along the floor. We're doing an extended leg, deep abdominal hold. Now try to align your heels with your hip points. So not the outer hips, the inner hips. You start to squeeze the inner thighs. You might feel your glutes engage. Draw the pelvic floor up the imaginary line in the center of your body. Bring your hands to your lower abdominals. Scoop them down and try to lift them out from between your hip points. Imagine you're trying to crush your spine with your abdominals. Bring your hands to your belly. Keep actively trying to draw the tummy away from the fingertips. Or if it helps to visualize, imagine you're about to button up a tight pair of jeans. You're trying to create that space to get the button in the loop. But it's taking us an entire minute to get there. We've got 10 more seconds. We're here for 5. Can you drop down a little lower? 3, 2, 1. Take the arms up overhead. Just take a couple of nice big breaths into the belly. Soften the glutes into the floor. We enjoy our right knee into the chest. Can you push and lengthen through your left leg? Maybe pull the toes back, push through the heel. Then if you can, take the knee out towards the armpit. Try and anchor your left hip down though. So we're not tilting through the pelvis, we're just rotating the hip out. Let's bring it back to center. Extend right leg to the sky. Option to bend your left knee if you need. Rotate your ankle. Let's take it back the other way. We're going to take a nice big inhale. As you exhale, draw it in closer. If you're working on your flexibility, maybe take hold of the ankle, draw it in a little quicker, closer. Let's bend to the knee, take it across the body, open up to your right side. Keep your right shoulder anchored. Create space with a big breath in. As you exhale, sink the knee down a little deeper. Allow the spine to twist. Let's bring it back to center. We'll bend our left knee, right ankle comes on. Pull your toes back. This just stabilizes the knee a little more, makes it a bit more rigid. Let's push the knee away, open the hip socket. Then reach through the triangle of the legs. You can take hold of the hamstring or the shin if you can. Again, we'll create space with a big breath. As you exhale, start to squeeze the shin in closer. Can you now pull your tailbone down towards the floor? Keep hold of your left knee. We're going to release the right leg along the floor. Push and lengthen. Draw the knee in towards the chest. Then sink the knee out towards the armpit. Again, we're staying grounded through our right hip. Let's bring it back to center. We'll extend left leg to the sky. Rotate the ankle. Take it back the other way. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, draw it in. Again, if you're working on flexibility, you can use the weight of the upper body to deepen that stretch. Then bend to the knee, take it across the body. Left shoulder stays grounded. Create space with your inhale. Move into that space as you exhale. Let's bring it back to center. Bend your right knee. Left ankle to the knee. Pull the toes back to rigid that knee. Push it away. We're going to reach through. Draw it in. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale and squeeze. Can you pull your tailbone down towards the floor? Beautiful. Let's release the legs. We'll take a couple of rocks and rolls up and down the spine. Beautiful. Then roll it all the way up to seated. Take it over onto knees. Step your right foot forward. Square off in the hips and sink down into the groin. Beautiful. If you want to deepen the stretch, bring your left hand around. Press the hip down and forward. Peel your shoulder back. Gaze up towards the sky. We'll all inhale, left arm to the sky. Step back with the right foot. Step forward with the left. Square off in the hips. Let's sink down deep. Again, option to deepen. Bring your right hand around, push down and forward, peel the shoulder back. Inhale, right arm to the sky. And release. Let's step back. Bring both knees to me. We'll take both hands to the front, thumbs out the back. Thumbs to the floor. Lean back into, no, I'm joking. Take the hands around behind. Open the chest. Then start to move the fists away from the hips. Squeeze the bum as you open through the hips. Gaze up. And release. Give yourself a massive round of applause.